Hey guys, this is VG Punk. Today, we'll be opening up the Megacolony support from Phantom Dragon Aeon. I'll quickly give my thoughts on each card, and if you need to read the effects, feel free to pause the video. And with that being said, let's get into it. So, this is my package. Watch me struggle to open this thing. How's everybody quarantined? Here come the dice. Up, here it come, here it come. I'm struggling. I don't have scissors around me to open this very difficult wrapping paper. No car was harmed in the making of this video. We're gonna start with the commons and rare. Cradle Marker is the new mechanic for Megacolony, and in my opinion, it seemed like a really good control-based mechanic. The order for this set, not that it's going to be useful in Megacolony. Dova speed, he milled 2 card, pretty good. I'm going to put 1 in the Gredora deck since it's searchable, but this girl, she give out Cradle Marker, and she's a target for Gredora retiring effect. Useful, maybe, but there are better choices. This girl is mainly used to give early Cradle. Beside that, she's pretty useless, but you gotta play her to get those early Cradle. I underestimate this card at the beginning, but it came in really useful. It kill a Cradle unit, and it give you resources. New heal trigger, reprint crit trigger, new regular draw trigger, another reprint crit trigger. Pretty much a filler common, not that useful to be honest. Nothing special here. I thought this guy was gonna give Cradle Marker during the opponent's turn, but it turned out not to be true. I just got excited at the beginning of his effect. This is a vanilla. This guy can attack a back row if the back row have any Cradle. Good machining support. It goes well with a card that's gonna be later shown. This guy, pretty interesting. He give Cradle, but for the effect in response to card being milled from your opponent. The cutest starter ever. Let's see, this is just cleanup so you can skip this section. This is Gredora, the main girl of the deck. Like I said before, I don't like her art, but her effect is pretty good. One of the machining support from this set, he's not good to be honest. Sticky Bolus, search out Gredora and draw you card. The grade 3 searcher that everyone is getting, to be honest, he's not gonna be used since there's so many grade 3 searcher in the Megacolony arsenal already. The original Dark Face, he make a great support for Gredora. Another piece of the machining support, this guy is more useful and it worked well in conjunction with the Great One. Sentinel Cradle. Alright, let's start the deck building process. As you can see, I'm using Spectral Duke as the sleeve for Megacolony for some reason, but hey, what you gonna do? First things first, change the starter. I've been using Machining Worker Ant for so long, time to change it up. I prefer this starter over Machining Worker Ant anyway. Alright, now that we got all of the grades separated, let's go from lowest to highest and start with grade 0. For the trigger lineup, not much has changed, but there's gonna be some change. As you can see, this is a pretty typical build, and the only change is that draw trigger is gonna turn into a crit, a regular crit, not the Sentinel crit. As you can see, I have a very hard time picking which crit I want, even though there's only one option. Oh, and also, I like to play different artwork, so I'm gonna change 2 of my heal trigger to the new Moth Girl and keep the 2 of the old heal trigger. If you want, you can also have a draw trigger, a regular draw trigger in place of that draw PG, but having crits is nice. Next is the Great One. So for the Great One, two of the Butterfly Girl and the Moth Girl is a must because they give you early Cradle Marker, and the Moth Girl give you a lot of advantage once you have those Cradle Marker. To be honest, that's the only changes that this deck is gonna have. You take out one Butterfly Girl because she's searchable now because due to the Cradle. Basically, your whole deck is searchable now, depend on your opponent's field. I wouldn't recommend playing one of, but definitely two of and above. The only one of in this deck are a couple of grade 3 that is searchable due to Gredora battle effect, and this one other card. Now for the grade 2, this is the most change in the deck because the only grade 2s that I'm gonna play are Sticky Bullets and Machining Mantis, both of which they basically fulfill the same role, which is searching out grade 3s. Preferably Gredora, since the whole deck is based around her. It made me feel bad for taking out Water Gang because he's been such a staple in my deck for so long. Him and Stag Beetle. So of course you're gonna put in 4 Gredora. I like putting in Adova Speed and Cyclomatooth just to have that mill option, just in case. Also, put in that grade 1 PG just because it's searchable and sometimes you might need it. This deck is most likely a Protect 1 deck. You will very, very rarely go with Protect 2 since you don't have a lot of grade 2. So Protect 2 is kind of useless defensively, but unless you are ahead, then go with Protect 1. As you can see, I'm taking out 2 of my Gunning Colio with the good foiling, good texture, and put in Cyclomatooth and Dover Speed. Basically, the remaining 2 Gunning Colio, the Cyclomatooth, and Dover Speed, it's for the milling. And then the 2 Ant Warden will be taken out for, sorry, my brain stopped. 2 Ant Warden will be taken out for the Dark Phase, and then the 3 Hell Demise is left alone because he's the one that you're gonna call out most of the time with Gredora skill, which doesn't have good texture as Gunning Colio. But anyway, Gredora is, you call out grade 3 with Gredora battle skill, and with Cyclomatooth you can make up to 4 or 5 attack per turn, which is good nowadays, especially for Protect deck. Although do be careful because this deck doesn't hit as hard as other decks. The number it usually go up to is around 22. Here's the final result for the deck. Those top cards are Gredora, Dover Speed, Cyclomatooth, and Morshiroro, and the starter. My bad. But yeah, this is the basic bare bone of the deck. You can change it however you want, but I think this is a really good place to start. I hope you enjoyed that review / deck building. Let me know what changes you would have. Are you excited for the Gredora deck or other Megacolony deck? Perhaps you're gonna be more interested in the Luar deck, which I hate, so I'm not gonna cover that one. The deck is not difficult to pilot. Beginner will have a hard time when they first pick it up, but it can be mastered very easily. Overall, it's a solid tier 2 deck. Hope you enjoyed the video. Please comment and subscribe for more. Stay safe, and I'll be seeing you real soon, my love. Peace out.